Last week, Nintendo finally announced the Switch 2, and to no one's surprise, it looks just like the first Switch. I'm actually really excited for the next version of the Switch though. It was my last console I waited outside of a Best Buy to get at midnight, so the Switch has a special place in my heart. Of course, I'm not alone in the Switch 2 excitement, as everyone and their mothers made videos about the announcement last week, so I wanted to do something a little different here. Let's predict what the first year of the Switch 2 is gonna look like. First up, the Switch 2 is gonna have a new gimmick with the Joy-Cons acting as a mouse. They clearly showed in the announcement video one of the Joy-Cons attaching to some sort of part that turns the controller into a mouse. What the actual shit would you be using this for? Well, I think within the first year of the Switch 2's life, we're gonna see a bunch of old point-and-click games being ported to Nintendo Online. Maybe even get that 90s Lego PC collection I have begging them for years to make, or even Spy Fox and Dry Cereal. Also, since there are additional USB-C ports, I think this mouse could be opening the door for a more PC-style handheld type of device. Allowing users to hook up a keyboard to it would make it so you could play games like Valorant. I can't imagine what else a mouse Joy-Con would do, but I'm sure I'm wrong here, and it's probably going to be for some dumb game where you have to tickle Mario. Within the first year of the Switch 2, we're definitely going to see a lot of new games. At launch, we're obviously getting Mario Kart 9 as shown in the announcement video. I think we'll also see either a Mario remake like Mario Galaxy, or even Mario Sunshine, or a Zelda remake like Twilight Princess or Wind Waker. Wishful thinking here, Metroid Prime 4 is a launch title, which to me makes the most sense and a real reason to buy the new Switch. I think there's a good possibility we will see a Pokemon Black and White remaster, and the new Pokemon Legends ZA is also slated to launch this year. And with the recent ESRB ratings for older Resident Evil games, I think we could be getting a remaster edition of 0 through what looks like 6, which would be pretty awesome actually to have a Resident Evil collection on the Switch 2. Also, I feel like we could get Silksong, the very long-awaited sequel for one of the better indie games for the Switch, Hollow Knight. I think if Team Cherry played their cards right here, it would make for a massive surprise and a big reason to grab the Switch 2 at launch. I'm sure there will be a bunch of games though within the first year, but as for older gen games, I think we will see Nintendo trickle out GameCube and DS ports. I wouldn't be getting any of these though because I own a Steam Deck and everything is free. As for when the Switch 2 will launch, Nintendo is known to release hardware during wacky times. The Switch launched in March, way after the holiday season. With Nintendo having a direct on April 2nd that will be going over everything Switch 2, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a June release. It's an odd time of year to launch a new console, especially it being the start of summer, but I guess Nintendo views it as a device people will be taking outside and on the go. And honestly, being off season might make this easier to get your hands on instead of having to fight angry mothers at Target on Black Friday. While the Switch 2 is not a gigantic change in the way that the awful Wii U was, I do think keeping things the same is a good thing. It's familiar territory, but I'm sure the internal hardware will be improved upon, bringing it up to speed with handhelds like the Steam Deck. Just don't expect to get Grand Theft Auto 6 playing on this thing. Alright, so what do you think? Are you going to be getting the Switch 2 when it launches? Me personally, my Switch is covered in dust. And all that's thanks to my Steam Deck because I play my Steam Deck 24/7 now. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to share this video with a friend. I'm almost at 5,000 subs, so make sure you subscribe. Alright, goodbye.